Good morning. Good morning, Manju. Yeah, okay. I hope you're well and safe. Now, time for us to continue our study on Samadhi. As always, we will do the prayer. Yes, let's sit upright, place our palms together, and concentrate on the prayer below. We take refuge with we take refuge with our current mental body. We take refuge with Shakyamuni Buddha. We take refuge with all the triple jewel of the 10 directions and the 3 periods of time. Words for opening your future. That surpass profound and wonderful Dharma in hundreds of millions of years is difficult to encounter. We now see and hear it, receive and behold it, and we vow to value the Tathagata's true meaning. And we want to practice the Tathagata's true way, and we want to attain the Tathagata's true state. We vow that we can spontaneously express the Buddha's understanding, Buddha's view, Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's merit and virtue, Buddha's ability and Buddha's state through our actions, speech, and thoughts. We also vow that all the living beings can enter into the Buddha's understanding, Buddha's view, Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's merit and virtue, Buddha's ability, and Buddha's state all into us. So that's the prayer for today's lecture on Samadhi. We've learned a sentence. Yeah, yesterday, sentence 78. Let's double check with the video.
The understanding that the immanent self is far beyond the play of duality, beyond the entire continuum. The immanent self is timeless, unchanging. Always the immanent self is far beyond the play of duality. The understanding that the immanent self is far beyond the play of duality, beyond the entire continuum. Self is far beyond the play of duality, beyond the entire continuum. Beyond the entire continuum. The understanding that the immanent self is far beyond the play of duality, anatta. Yet there is still the I am, anatta, or no self. In that emptiness is the dawn of prajna, or wisdom. The understanding that the immanent self is far beyond the play of duality, beyond the entire continuum. In that emptiness is the dawn of prajna, or wisdom. The understanding that the immanent self is far beyond the play of duality, beyond the entire continuum. In that emptiness is the dawn of prajna, or wisdom. The understanding that the immanent self is far beyond the play of duality, beyond the entire continuum. In that emptiness is the dawn of prajna, or wisdom. The understanding that the immanent self is far beyond the play of duality, beyond the entire continuum.
Okay, yeah, that's what we learned yesterday. So who would like to recite it, this sentence? Who? Okay, it's a bit longer, right? I will join. In that emptiness, yeah, I will do that. In that emptiness is the dawn. Yeah, in that emptiness is the dawn of prajna, of wisdom, the understanding that the immanent self is far beyond the play of duality, beyond the entire continuum. Beyond the entire continuum. Entire continuum. One more time. In that emptiness is the dawn of the prajna, of wisdom. In that emptiness is the dawn of prajna, wisdom. The the understanding that the immanent self is far beyond the play of duality, beyond the entire continuum. Okay, thank you. Okay, Daisy, you please just try it. Okay. Yes, please.
Okay, in that emptiness, right?
Yes.
Okay, in that emptiness is dawn of the progeny of wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
In that emptiness is dawn of prajna and wisdom, all wisdom.
All wisdom.
Yeah, the understanding that the self, the immanent self, immanent self is far beyond the play of duality, beyond the entire continuum.
Yes, entire, perfect. One more time, please.
Okay. In that emptiness is dawn of prajna or wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
The understanding that the immanent self is far beyond the play of duality, beyond the entire continuum.
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, 这就是 yeah, yeah, it has the same description in the suture suture of the heart suture. Yeah, in that emptiness is the dawn of prajna or wisdom. So who knows? Yeah, the dawn. Hello, Grace. Good morning, Grace. Good morning. Are you with us?
Hi, morning.
Do you know whose English name is Dawn?
Yes. 听到吗？
Yes, I can.
哎，这
Do
一
you
转还
know?
没接，回不了。
Yes. Do you know whose English name is Dawn?
John，yeah，
谁的英文名叫做 Dawn?
瓶子，
So what did you call her?
心平是胸，心平是胸，那就
是叫
John。
是叫 Dawn 还是叫蛋呐？
不知道诶，他好像还有一个 R 对吗？有没有啊？没有，他的名字没有那个 R 是 dark green。
那是 dark，可是 dawn 就是那个，那是拂晓，那个就是黎明的意思。黎明的曙光，这里就是说这个是曙光的意思，曙光。你知道中文的曙光吗？
曙光不知道。
曙光，这个看得见吗？
看得见。
Can you see it? Yeah, this is the dawn. 在那边的人都叫蛋吧。
啊。
叫它叫蛋吧，鸡蛋的蛋吧，就是这个单词。It's dawn, okay? Just yeah, it's meaningful, 非常的有意思，有意思。它是就是这个义理上非常的含义非常深远的，所以这个名字挺好的。In that emptiness is the dawn of prajna or wisdom. Yeah, the understanding. Yeah, which kind of wisdom? Understanding that the immanent self is far beyond the play of duality, beyond the entire continuum. So that's it. What we learned yesterday, and actually, it has been. Yeah, it has. We are at the end of this paragraph, and it is too long and too complicated. I don't know if we can. I think we can read it. Okay, read it one sentence by sentence. So who would like to read it? Can you see it? And then we can go ahead with another sentence. And this sentence is the continuum of that paragraph. Okay, who would like to read the whole paragraph? Human consciousness is a continuum. Okay, Daisy, you please.
Okay, let me read it.
Hi, Daisy, you please. Hello,
Hello.
Daisy.
Read the whole paragraph, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, read it.
Okay. Human consciousness is a continuum. On one extreme, humans are identified with the material self. On the other extreme is samadhi, the cessation of self. Every step we take on the continuum towards samadhi brings less suffering. Less suffering does not mean life is free from pain. Samadhi is beyond the duality of pain and pleasure. What it means is that there is less mind, less self-creating resistance to whatever unfolds, and that resistance is what creates suffering. Realizing samadhi even once allows you to see what is at the other end of the continuum, to see that there is something other than the material world and self-interest. When there is an actual cessation of the self-structure in samadhi, there is no egoic thought, no self, no duality, yet there is still the I am, anatta, or no self. In that emptiness is the dawn of prajna or wisdom, the understanding that the immanent self is far beyond the play of duality, beyond the entire continuum. Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. You did it so clear. Yeah, read it clearly and fluently. And Grace, would you like to try to read it? There are so many new words for you, right? Okay, I will do that. I will do that for you.
Human consciousness is a continuum.
Yeah.
On one extreme, humans are identified with material self.
Yeah.
On the other extreme is samadhi, the cessation of self. Every step we take on the continuum towards samadhi bring less suffering. Less suffering does not mean that it's free from pain. Samadhi is beyond the duality of pain and ritual. What it means is that there is less mind, less self creating, resistance to whatever unfold, and thus resistance is what 这个字怎么读？
create
suffering, but create suffering. Realizing samadhi even one allows you to see what is at the other end of the continuum. To see that there is something other than the material world and self in 什么？ self-interest. When there is an actually cessation of the self structure in samadhi, there is no egoic thought, no self, no duality. Yes, there is still the I am, another or no self. In the emptiness, it dawn, dawn 还是什么？ It dawn, dawn, yeah, it's the dawn of Prajna, 对吗？
Yes, Prajna. Prajna.
A prajna or wisdom, the understanding, the understanding that the immanent that the immanent self is far beyond the plane of duality, beyond the and 什么 entire continuum。 哎呀，这后面这里我还没学，sorry。
很棒啊，很棒 ！Yeah, you're amazing. Thank you so much. 这个是读 beyond， 它不是读 beyond， 重音的问题 ，Yeah， 重音在第二个音节上面 ，Yeah, the second syllable. Yeah, the stress is on the second syllable. Is beyond. Okay, thank you so much. You are so brave. You did it so well. Thank you. Okay, I will do that again, and we can continue a sentence about the immanent self. Okay. Here, there are so many words, and we can keep them in memory. Keep them in memory to do the translation, especially for the Buddhist teachings translation. 就是佛教的这些词汇，这个关于心法的这些词汇，在这里是大量的出现了。在这后面这个就接着就是这样子，这种表达才是真实的西方人能懂的，非常有韵味、非常地道的表达。It's timeless, unchanging, always now. What does mean always now? Yeah, it's very interesting. Okay, I will read the whole paragraph first, and then let's go ahead for another sentence. Okay. Human consciousness is a continuum. On one extreme, humans are identified with the material self. On the other extreme is samadhi, the cessation of self. Every step we take on the continuum towards samadhi brings less suffering. Less suffering does not mean life is free from pain. Samadhi is beyond duality of pain and pleasure. What it means is that there is less mind, less self, creating resistance to whatever unfolds. And that resistance is what creates suffering. Realizing samadhi even once allows you to see what is at the other end of the continuum, to see that there is something other than the material world and self-interest. When there is an actual cessation of the self-structure in samadhi, there is no egoic thought, no self, no duality yet, yet there is still the I am, anatta, or no self. In that emptiness is the dawn of prajna, or wisdom, the understanding that the immanent self is far beyond the play of duality, beyond the entire continuum. Okay, here, when there is an actual cessation of the self-structure in samadhi, there is no egoic thought, no self, no duality. So here, it coincides with the Shuyangama Sutra。这里就是与这个楞严经非常相符的一段，就是如果真实的言若大多的狂性之歇，这个 cessation 就是歇。There is an actual cessation of the self structure， 就是如果是自我构建的这种自我的这种构造构建停止的话，也就是狂性自歇的话，那歇就是歇即菩提。歇即菩提就后面的这些就是这种的意思，就差不多的表达就是 there is no egoic thought， 就是没有自我的这些妄想。egoic thought 就是自私的关于自我的这些想法妄想。no self 没有一个我。no duality 也没有一个相对立的面。它这个相对立的面就是痛苦和快乐。前面有提到这个 duality of pain and pleasure。 So that's it. It's very useful. I think the samadhi is, the translation of the samadhi actually is not translation, because the producer, the author just do it in English first and then translate to other languages. So it is so authentic. Yeah, because this is the masterpiece of a native speaker. Okay, let's go ahead with the new paragraph, and there is a connection between these two paragraphs. So let's go ahead, and maybe tomorrow, Friday and Saturday we can go over this paragraph sentence by sentence, because it is so useful, and especially the expression is so powerful. So let's go ahead with this new paragraph, and it's very short. Let's go for it. And here, because yesterday we learned these two words, dawn, the beginning of first signs of something, and imminent. Have you seen it? Imminent. So we've learned it yesterday. So today there is no new word anymore. Immanent, same thing. Immanent, same new word. Immanent, the immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always now. So it's very interesting, right? And let's listen to the video first, and then I would like to ask you to translate it into Chinese. Okay, I think it's very interesting here. It's very enticing.
In that emptiness is the dawn of prajna, or wisdom. The understanding that the immanent self is far beyond the play of duality, beyond the entire continuum. The immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always now. The immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always now. The immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always now. The immanent self is timeless, unchanging.
I'm sorry. Just
unchanging, always now. Enlightenment is the merging of the primordial spiral, the ever-changing manifested world or lotus in which time unspiral is. The immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always now. The immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always now.
Yeah, the immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always now. So who would like to translate it into Chinese, please? Try your best to translate, do the translation. Yeah, hello. Daisy, would you like to try?
Oh, hello. Yes, okay. The immanent self is timeless, unchanged, always known. Let me check the immanent. The Chinese meaning is okay.
Immanent. Yeah, you can see it in this present as a natural part of something, present everywhere.
OK， 这是我们固有的自我，固有的自我呢，就是自信。自信是就表面意思嘛，固有的我，它是 timeless
Yes.
它是没有时间性的，它就是永恒的，它是永恒的。
Wow, yes, you did it. Another word.
固有的自我，它是永恒的，它是不变的，然后永远是这个当下，永远是当下。
Always now. Yeah, is there any other translation? I'm not sure how.
我想想，固有的自我是永恒的、不变的，当下就当下，永远是现在。
Okay, yes, interesting. I think you can comprehend it. And yeah, your time, Grace, try your best to do the translation.
Yeah.
Interpretation, 口译。Hello, Grace, are you with us?
I'm 在这读对吗？
不是，我是叫你翻译成中文。
翻译成中文啊？
对 ，always now，它这个真的是只可意会不可言传一样的这种。
哦，就是说，自我内在的自我，是吗？内在的自我是 timeless 是永恒的，还有不变的，always now 就是本来就有，对吗？是。
哎呀 ，Let's double check。其实我也不会翻啊，因为我看到了他的那个中英文版，我真的就感觉到太震撼我了，所以我就请大家来翻。这个就是可以 ，Yeah, it can be used to do the translation， 尤其是类似于心法的这些翻译，就可以借助它。你看到没？高大上吧？不生不灭，不增不
减，永恒的，不生不灭。
Pure, we cannot.
太厉害了吧
Yeah, such as the hard suture, right? 就是什么是诸法空想，不生不灭，不增不减，不垢不净，是这样子吗？心法里面的那个，不，心经里面的那个是吗？
是的。
空想不生不灭，对，就是这样子。他居然翻译成这样的，我真的是好 amazing！ 我是不小心看到他那一眼，对，他是有道理的。他们的意思就是永恒的，它不会有，就是不会有这个时间上的一个问题嘛，就是 timeless。Let's double check into the dictionary, OK？ 所以 Daisy 翻的特别好，就是可以理解到。我们都可以理解到他的这个意思，但他居然是把这个心经的句子直接的搬到这里来，所以这个翻译的人也是超级厉害。那翻译根本就不是逐字逐句的去翻了。Oh my god! Yes, timeless 居然是永存永恒的，没有时间的，不受时间影响的，就是永恒。Yes. Unchanging 就是它是翻译成不生不灭，当然也是的，因为有变化就会有生有现，就是我们人呢，就是 从小转变演化到大，再转化演变到老，然后就更 OK， 就是这个问题。所以他没有千金，他就说他不生不灭也是可以的，就是义理上的一个翻译。Always now 是不增不减，这个跨度好大。Always now 就是永远是永远的，没有过去、现在、未来的那种感觉哦。它居然是翻译成不增不减，只可意会不可言传这种翻译。All right, we just yeah, we can refer to the translation in this way, okay? So sometimes if we are wordless 没有词穷的时候，可以借鉴他们的这些高大上的翻译吧，就是这些 timeless and changing, always now. So that's it. Let's do the shadowing. And this is a simple sentence. Just 1, 2, 3. Three adjectives. Link and to work as the predictive. 这里就是一个简单的句子主系表结构。表语有三个形容词做它的表语。Timeless and changing, always now, always now 是一个形容词性的，但是 always 它是修饰这个 now 的，永恒的现在，总是现在，常常的是当下。All right, let's do the shadowing.
The immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always now. 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 The immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always now.
Yeah, let's find it out. The immanent, the stressed word is immanent self. Immanent self is timeless. So we know timeless now, unchanging, always now. All right, so that's it. Who would like to follow it? The immanent self. Yeah, okay. Daisy, you please.
The immanent self is timeless, unchanging, and always now. Always now.
Yeah, I'll play it again. Okay, play it for you.
The immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always now.
Try it again, please.
The immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always now.
Yes, perfect. Thank you. And then Grace, it's your time now. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, play it for you.
The immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always now.
Yes, please.
Yeah. That eminent.
Yeah.
Eminent. The eminent sound.
Yeah, you can pronounce it according to the
Immanent.
Yeah, immanent.
Immanent. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
The immanent self is timeless. The immanent self is timeless, unchanging. 这个是怎么后面怎么读那个 unchanging.
Yes.
Unchanging, always now.
Yes, perfect. One more time.
The imminent self is timeless, unchanging, always now.
Yes, especially self, you did so well. Yeah, the immanent self, 它这个 self 是非常的弱一点的。Let's double
Yeah.
check.
The immanent self is time.
Self,
The imminent self, yes.
self
The
类似
imminent
于
self.
就是在这个降调和平调之间的这种游离。Yes,
Yeah.
the immanent self is timeless, unchanging,
Yeah.
always now. Yes, always
Yeah.
非常重。Okay, thank you. So
Thank you
I
so
will
much.
Unchanging, always now. The immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always now.
Okay. The immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always now. The immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always now. Yeah, time for us to recite it. Who would like to recite it? Yes. Daisy, please.
Okay, let me recite it. The immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always known.
Oh, wow. Yes. So how about let's listen to it about the
The immanent self is
cause immanent, yeah,
Yes.
begins with yeah, okay. One more time,
Yes.
please.
Okay. The immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always known.
Yes, yes, perfect.
Thank you.
Enjoyable. Thank you so much. Okay, Grace, your time, please.
The imminent self. The imminent self is timeless, unchanging, always now.
Yes, one more time.
The enchant, the imminent self, is timeless, unchanging, always now.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
The immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always now. Yeah. The immanent self is timeless, unchanging, always now. Yeah. Thank you so much. 这个就讲到了，对心法了很高的这些用词，它已经超越了这个，超越了 word by word 的这个翻译了。所以这个中文的这个翻译的人也是非常的懂得这个佛法的，居然是这样来匹配的。So that's it. That's what we learned today. 所以很多的时候，其实你让对方能够触碰到你翻译的这个义理上就已经够了，不需要去保持所谓的原汁原味，然后 word by word 就是一个一个字的去翻，这个不是最高的境界。So that's it. Okay, and see you tomorrow. Okay. 明天要做的事情，明天后天2天要做的事情，就是因为这个过去的这一段非常长，也是跟我们楞严经是息息相关的，所以我们一句一句的来了。明天可能可以背个3、5句的样子，背到这里来，然后后天再继续再背这么多，所以这个星期的课程就完了。So that's it. Yeah, that's the broadcast 就是预告啊 broadcast of tomorrow of this week's lecture. Okay, thank you for your for your time, for your active participation.